The USDA's organic certification for eggs is held to a high standard by its consumers. It's how consumers know the products that they consume are from happier, healthier chickens. However, many conventional egg farms have found a loophole to the certification. This hole in the organic regulations has allowed farms to be organic by merely giving their chickens a gated screened porch to leave their coops. This is not the free space that consumers of organic eggs had in mind. Just recently, a rule that would fill this hole in the organic regulations was shut down by the USDA for the fear of its economic effects on individual firms across the nation and thus the market as a whole. In this video, our group will be analyzing the effect that this regulation would have on individual firms and the market as a whole.
The passing of this rule would mean significant changes for an individual firm. If the rule was passed, it would require a farm to expand to give their chickens real access to the outdoors. This would raise cost of production as the farms would have to increase construction and labor costs in result of their need to expand. In addition, they would have to spend money to ensure the protection of their chickens from wild animals and diseases as a result of having access to the outside. Therefore, the total cost curve for an individual firm would shift up as their cost of producing increases. As more and more firms have to increase their costs to meet the new organic regulations, they would have less money to produce eggs.
As you can see from our graph, we broke up the total cost curve into the marginal cost curve, average total cost curve, and average variable cost curve. And as seen, they would all increase as a result of the increase in cost of production, resulting in an increase in the total cost curve.
As a result of this increase in the cost of production, conventional farms that would also produce organic eggs through the loophole in the organic regulations would not be able to afford it anymore. As a result, they would drop out of the market entirely and switch back to producing strictly conventional eggs. Farms that choose to stay in the market and produce organic eggs will not be able to produce as many eggs as they were able to prior to the changing of the rule. As costs of production increase, this would in turn result in a decrease of organic egg supply to the market. The supply curve would shift up as a result of this decrease as firms either switch to producing conventional eggs and as the remaining organic farms produce less eggs due to their increased cost of production. This is shown in our graph as the supply curve shifts up as a result of the decrease in the supply of organic eggs.
In order for an individual firm to continue to make a profit, they would increase the cost of organic eggs per dozen to make up for their losses due to increased production costs to meet the new organic regulations. As a result, consumers could expect the price of a carton of eggs to increase. As shown in our dissected total cost curve graph, as the marginal cost curve, average total cost curve, and average variable cost curve increase in order to maintain a profit, the firm will have to increase its price of eggs per dozen.
This would proceed to affect the market price of organic eggs as well. As a result of the rising costs of production for more and more individual firms, the market price would shift to match the new supply curve as shown earlier. As shown by our graph, the price changes with the shift up in the supply curve. As the supply decreases, the market price will increase as the organic egg supply is now more limited, meaning that consumers are going to have to pay more.
We have shown the passing of this rule would ultimately mean an increase in the cost of production for organic farms, as they would need to renovate their farms to meet the new organic requirements or shift back to conventional eggs. Organic farms' marginal cost curve, average variable cost curve, and average total cost curves would shift up, causing the total cost curve to shift up. As it costs more to produce, these individual firms will produce less organic eggs and would provide less organic eggs to the market, thus decreasing the supply curve and shifting it up. This would then cause firms to drive up their prices in order to be able to still make a profit. As organic eggs are now more limited, the market price will also change to match this new decreased supply. Knowing these effects, the USDA shut down the new proposal for organic regulations and will most likely continue to do so for as long as they can. Thank you for your time, and remember,
Don't get arrested at farmers market.